All right, so here are the solutions for the first problem set for geometry. All right, so if you look at number 1, we're trying to find this angle in here. All right, that angle opens up to arc BC. Well, what we know is that this is called an inscribed angle, and inscribed angles are half of the arc that they intercept. So if I can figure out what BC is, then I'll know that X is half of that. Well, to figure out what BC is, we need to remember, in a circle, half of the circle, so all the way from A to B, is 180 degrees. So to find just BC, I will do 180 minus 92, which gives me 88 degrees. So BC is 88, meaning angle X, or angle A over here, is going to be 88 divided by 2, or 44 degrees. So there's a solution to number 1. Number 2 is fairly straightforward. If you watch the videos in the notes, whenever you have two inscribed angles that open up to a whole circle, what you can think about is this. The entire circle is 180. So these two angles always have to add, or sorry, the whole circle is 360. So these two angles always have to add to 180. So if I want to know what X is, I do 180 minus 135, which gives me 45 degrees for that one. All right, that one was fairly straightforward. Number 3, given circle O with diameter AB. Well, same thing. We have an angle that intercepts this arc BC over here. If I want to know what that angle is, well, that's a central angle. Unlike number 1, which was an inscribed angle, which was half of the arc, this is a central angle. So that actually will be equal to this arc right there. So if I want to know what this arc is, we do the same thing that we did for number 1. We think about this whole thing is 180 degrees. So 180 minus 120 is 60. So this angle is 60, which means, or sorry, that arc is 60, which means that this angle is also 60 degrees, which means X equals 60. So there's number 3. Number 4, finally, it says the radius is 15. So that's both of these are 15. And then BC is 20. Find AC. Now this is saying don't find arc AC. It says find line AC. So we just want to find that line right there. Some of you guys did a little bit too much in this. Tried to do some cosine or stuff like that. For this one, you actually don't need to do that. All right. All you really need to look at is this. Angle C is a right angle. That's a right angle because it opens up to 180, so that's half of 180, so that's a 90-degree angle. If I know two sides of a right triangle and I want to find the third side, we always use a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now, the last thing that some people set this up and then made the mistake of using the wrong side is c. C is always the hypotenuse. So this is the hypotenuse here, which is actually 30. It's 15 plus 15. The other two, you can use anything you want. You can go in either order. So we have x squared plus 20 squared. Sorry, 20 squared is 400. Let's just do that now. Equals 900. Subtract 400. And then, so the answer to the nearest tenth is going to be whatever the square root of 500 is. Let me pull out my calculator here on my phone. We've got square root 500, and it's about 22.4 to the nearest tenth. So there's the solution to number 4. Hope this helped. Continue watching the videos for this week because there's going to be another problem set shortly. Thank you.